Hi guys, welcome to Becodewala. I welcome you to my part 2 of our front-end developer portfolio project, and in this video I am going to explain you all the pages like home page, about page, skill page, project and contact page. So how we have to build all these pages with the beautiful animation and beautiful UI and fully functional working. So here is a contact page. When any user write their name and email, and when they send the message, we have to receive on your email. That I have shown in the part 1. So go and check on part 1, and I have explained you everything about my project. So this is the part 2 of my project. So I am just going to explain the remaining pages like home page, about page and project and contact page. So how to build all these pages? So let's come to our VS Code. And if you are new to our channel, please don't forget to subscribe us. So here you can see that my project is running at localhost 5173. So use npm run dev to run this project. And how to build these projects, that I have told you in the part 1. So now let's come for the home section. So how to build this home section? You can see that the home section has a heading, right? I am Vikas Kumar, so your name in a paragraph, in a button to view in your work. When you click on this button, it will go to the my project section, and here one image in the right side. So I have two section. One section is left section and right section. So how to create this? So first of all, we have to import arrow right from the lucid react. So this arrow, you can see that. So you can go to lucid react and search arrow icon. So we will find all the icons whenever you need. So let's go to here, click on icon, and we will see all the icon like search arrow. See, the different arrow icons are available here, right? So now come for our home page. So here imported link from react.dom. So in HTML we use anchor tag for the links, right? In the href we have to put your links, right? But in we are going to use React, right? And in this we are going to use react.dom. So react.dom handles all the related path. So here we are going to use link tag, right? So here in the home functional component, and in we are currently using functional component, not class component. So here we have a exporting our functional component home, and we are returning some JSON. What we are going to return? So first of all, we created a div, a container, and in this we have minimum height screen, means it will take the height of my, like I am using laptop, right? It will take the uh, height of this laptop, right? How much height we have in this laptop. So if you are using mobile, it will take the height of the mobile. So these are the simple CSS, and I'm going to focus on the functionality. So these are the simple CSS. You can customize as your need. You can customize to look more beautiful UI. So here item center, justify center, padding, and here we have created one more div, and in this div we are going to place our all the parts like right and left part. So here we have defined some gap, item center. So we have a gap between this two left and right section, right? So in the first, in the right one, we want, sorry, in the left way, this is the left section, right? In the header, your name and your button and your description. So here in this we are going to see a heading tag, and in this heading tag we want to show your name, and your name should be a different color. So use span to for the smaller elements like inline elements, you can use it. So here we are going to use text blue, and it will be a text font bold and margin. So this is the one, and we have another. In this we have a paragraph tag. So this is the your paragraph, and then we have a button, right? We have a button, view my work. So in this we have to wrap our button with this link tag. So whenever anyone click on view your work, it will go to the project session, right? So here in anchor tag in HTML we used to use anchor tag in href, right? Href attribute. Here we are using two attribute. So which path we want to go? Select projects path, and this project path we have defined in our index.tsx. Here we have in projects path we want to show the projects component, right? So this I have also explained in the last video how to define all this path using React router DOM. And here in this we have a view my work, and here we have a icon, right? The arrow icon, and we have a style, how to style your button, inline flex, and it will be item center padding, how much from the x and y axis, background color what will be, and the text color, rounded, hover, on hover what the color will be. These are the simple css, right? So you can customize according to your needs. Then we have a this is for the left section. In the right section we have a image. And one more thing I forgot to tell you, here we enable in this div, right? When I refresh it our page, so this left section is coming from the left side, animating from the left side, and this right section is coming from the right side. So this is a, we have defined a attribute data eos feed right. What is this? So this is a AOS library. We are going to use AOS library. Search AOS on Google. So we will get a first link AOS, and you can see that this is very easy to use animation in your website. So see, you can see that the different animation, right? See on the scroll the different animation, right? Scroll animation, you can see that. So we can use with this their attribute name, zoom in left, zoom in right, right? So how to install in your React? So here we have a npm install aos hyphen hyphen save, right? You can install it, right? And then we have to initialize this that I have shown you in the last part, how to initialize. Just aos init, right? Just write aos init and it will be initialized in your project. So, and if you want to for very easy use, so these links are also available to use this. And now this the right section. In the right section we want this animation fade left, so it coming to the left side, right? And image, we want to show an image. Here you can give any image, and here you can see that the beautiful image, right? Now come for the about page. In about page we have a heading, then we have a div. In this div we have some paragraph, then we have a below two divs, and this two divs are in the flex, so one in a one row. So in this div we have a heading, then we have a paragraph, then we have a one more paragraph, and then one more paragraph for the year and the where you have completed your education. Then the here you can say experience, full stack developer, and your company name and the which year, right? So here you can mention. So first of all go for our about section. So let me close this terminal as of now. Okay, now in the about section you can see that we have a exported our about component, and in this we have returning some JSX. What are the JSX? So first of all we created a div and it will be taking the height of the our screen. Then we have a some width for our this area. So this section we have a some width, right? So what are the maximum width it can take? So here we have a another h2 tag. So in this h2 tag we have a about me. So and here we have animation fade down. So this heading will animated like fade down. So let's, and refresh it, it's coming down, right? Fade down, right? So similarly we have created one more div, one more box, and in this box we want a paragraph and about yourself, like I am front-end developer building modern applications. So in this we have, and we have a added animation also in this, right? So this is coming from fade up. So here we have a fade up, right? So it going to upper direction. Now we have a one more two divs. We have a two divs, and in this div we want to we it will be in flex, right? We have created one div, and in this div we want to show our this education. So first of all, grid column 1, and it will be in a small devices, it will be grid column 1. So in the large device it's showing both the grids in a row, but when you go on a small devices, it will come down, right? It will show one at a time, right? So this is the power of grid column. Grid column is very important concept in css, so must learn. And here we have a div, and in this div we want to show a heading. So what are the heading? This is the education heading, and in this we want to show another like list, a light tag. So in this list we have a heading bachelor of computer science, where, in which university, in which year. You can write it here, and you can see that it's looking perfectly fine. So it is in a column wise, right? So we have a grid column, right? Grid column. So one by one on the top of 1 2 3 4, like, so we have a column, right? Now here similarly, this both div are same, right? Just the text has been changed. Just the text has been changed. So we can copy this div and just change the text. It will be totally fine. And if you want more experience, and you can add more divs and more education, and one more education you want to, you can add, copy and paste the same div code, and it will display one more div, right? Now come for the skill section. What are the skill we have? So first of all, in skill we have a beautiful heading h1 tag, then we have a h2 tag for the front end and the other tools. So in the front end you can mention react.js, next.js, typescript, tailwind CSS. In the tools we can mention git, redux toolkit, vx, just 10. So these are the things I know, so you can mention according to your skills. So first of all, let's create this. First of all, we create a full width is height screen, right? And then we have created div. In this div we have a heading, then we have another div, and it will be column, right? It will be in column, and we have another, we have a flex wrap, and it will show a 4 divs. In the 4 divs we have a first react.js, typescript, next.js, tailwind CSS. Similarly, this both section are same, right? Once we created the front end section, and then we can easily create this tools and other section, because only text has been changed, but those two sections are looking same, right? So let's see our skill section. So in skill section we want to show all these things. So first of all, we have defined a array, and in this array we want to store objects like front end. You can see that category is front end. In this category, what we want to show, we have to create one more item, array of object, and in this we have a pass name react just level 90, means we know 90% of react, and here we know typescript at this 65%, right? We have a two section, right? We have a front end, and we have a tools and other section. So two section we can create as of your needs. You can create more section. So why we are creating this array? So like, we are using react, right? So we don't want to write the same code for this all this section one by one. So we have to define one data, and we have to map this all this data to a component. So it will show with a single component, it will show all the data like we used in Netflix. We not created separate code for all the cards, right? So we are getting the data, and we have to map over it. So this is a best way to code. First we store your data, then map all the data over a big component, right? And here we have a skill functional component, we are exporting it, right? Here we are using div, this minimum height screen that I told you. Then in this div we have a fixed, we have a maximum width for excel, right? Then we have a h2 tag. In this h2 tag we have a skill and expertise. So this is the expertise, right? And text for Excel, font bold, margin bottom, how what it will be, and animation, right? So fade down, so it will come in down direction. So you can see that when I refresh, it will come in down direction, right? Then we have created one more div, and in this div we want to show like skills. So what are the skills we have? Like first front end section and the tools here. So first of all, skill.map. In the first skill.map we have a category, and this both categories only, front end and tools and other. So these two categories, so you can, we have to pass skills this array name dot map, and we have to pass two things like category this data and the a index as a key for our all this data. So here we want to always mention a key when you are using map, the otherwise it will give a error. So here you can see that data aos, so aos animation on scroll. So the same thing for the animation. So when we want to show fade right and fade left, these two animation when we want to show, so using curly braces, when we want to write javascript, write curly braces, and here in this index is equal to j. For the even we want to show right, for odd we want to show left, right? So here we are using index, right? So this is the first index, second, third, fourth. So let's see. So this you can see that the animation for the index. So this this box, the whole box is going in the right direction, and this tools and other section is going in the left section, right? So you can see that. So for the two divs, and then we want to show category dot category. So what is the category? Category name is front end, and one is tools and other. So it will map one by one to each category. Then inside category we have these items. In these items we have a name, readdress, and label. These are the skills, right? So category dot items, inside category we have, so category dot items, you can see the category and items, category dot items, right? So map is a very important concept in React, so must learn it properly. So here we can see that skill, we have to pass the data, so skill, and in this we can pass index also, but you can pass index as a name also, the skill dot name. So and here in this div we want to show skill name and skill label. So what is the skill name? Skill name is readdress, label is this, and you can see that a beautiful bar, right? Progress bar, and it is showing only 90%. How it's working? So we have created two div, first div for the white bar, and the second div for the this blue bar. So we have to show this progress bar. So you can see that we have a two bar. So first bar we have a white background, and in this div we have to show one more div above this div. So this is div is below the blue div is upper, right? So index z index is up, right? So in this div is background white. So initially it will be 100% white, then like we want to show 90%, so 90% will be blue, right? 90% blue. So you can see that we have created one more div, and it will come over this white div, and it will show how much width of, and it will be background blue, here is background white. So it will override this div, and how much width it will take, skill dot label. So what is the skill level? 90. So and here is percentage, so 90% width it will take. So we have to build this logic, how to, and here when you are using in the class name, in the class name we want to use this javascript, right? In this div, right? In this style. So you can use template literal. Here we have a style, and this style we want to show width is how much. So we have to show skill dot label percentage, and inside template literal, so backtick key, you can see that. right, and with the dollar. So now come for the another section. What is the another section? Like project section. In the project section we have a heading, then we have a two box, both box are same, only images changes. Then here have a heading, so here also heading, here we have some description about the project, here also description about the project. The what are the text tag, like TypeScript I have used, marked I have used, React split I have used, right. Then the live demo button, so you can see the live demo of this project, and the GitHub code, you can show this GitHub code of this project also. Once you have created one div, just map the data over another, like, so we have created we will create one more data, just map over the same component, right. So once you created, it can be reusable. So React is all about using component, reusable components. So in skill section, let's see. So here we have a project section. Skill section we have seen already, right. So come for the project section. So we want two images like quill and task. So here we have a quill and task, these two images, right. So we have imported this image from the assets. In my asset I have two images, right, quill and task. So these two images I have imported my asset folder. So in asset folder, from asset folder we are going to import in our project.tsx. And in this project, first of all we create a array. In this import all the data, right. We'll write all the data that we need. So this data, once we created, we can map over, like, once you created like one more project, you want to just make one data like this object and just copy and paste, it will run. So it will go to this map function, and like, let's me create this first. So let me copy this, and when I write this, it will create one more div. So you can see that one more div has been created, just I have pasted the same data, right. So for the each and every data, no need to create a separate box, right. So once you created the UI, just change the data. So we using map function will change the data. Here we have created our data, and here in this data we have an array of object. In this title we have a quill mark, your title of the project, description of the project, image that I have imported here, right, with this quill name and task name, right. And technology, it is a array, right, it is an array, it is not one. So we have to pass as a array. In here we have a demo URL. So here you can see that the live link of your project and the GitHub URL. So here the source code of your project. So similarly we write for another project also. So once you return the data, just you have to create the UI. So what is the UI? This box, heading, and this paragraph we have to create how it will look. So once you created the UI, just pass the data using map function. So in this div, where minimum height is the same logic we are going to use for all the section, right. Minimum height is screen padding and all these things. So maximum width 6 XL and max auto. So these are the simple CSS for styling your project. You can dry run. So all these things. So here you can see that we have a h2 tag. In this h2 tag we have a text 4 XL font bold. So you can see that this h2 tag my project. Then we have a div, right. In this div we have a two divs. In this div, two divs, and you can see that we are going to is, see, on the small device it's showing one div only. So why it is showing one div, right. In the last we have seen we are going to use grid. So you can see that the grid, so in the small device it will show one box, on the medium it will show two, and on the large device it will show three, right. And we are on the large devices. So you can see that, and above I copy the data, then it show this one more div in the right side, right. So like we can show the four divs also, you can write four divs. So to make your website looking good as your needs, you can modify it. Then we have a gap also between these divs. So this boxes, right, boxes are all are like div, right. In this div we have a create projects.map. So we want to map over all the project data. So we have a title, key is the project title, and here we have some class. Then the animation fade up and animation delay index into 100. So one more thing, we have a animation AOS delay, right? You can go and check out this website like animation delay. So they have a GitHub. So where is their GitHub? So all the properties, like we have a delay, right? So they have a GitHub. So here they have a GitHub, and in this GitHub, how we can use this library, all these things have been mentioned. So how to initialize, how to use basic, and how to install, right? And here you can see that when you initialize all these classes that I have shown in the last video also. So here you can see the when you are initializing AOS, all these things, extra options we can add. So here you can see that AOS offset, how much delay, how much duration, how much using mirror once. You can see that, read the readme file of this GitHub, right? So just search on Google, you will find everything. And here we have a image, right? We want to show image, so source image. So this is the image, right? So in the image tag we want to show project.image, and after image we want to show this heading, the name of the project. So in ht tag with project title, then in the paragraph we want to show project description, this project, how it will look like, font, text color, margin from the bottom, right? So now here we have another div. So now we want to map over all these things, like what are the text that we have used. So like technology dot map, what are the technology? So project dot technology, in project we have a technology, right? The project dot technology, and then we have map over this, all this technology. So again we are going to use map item, map function, sorry. So these things we have used in our skill section, right? So similarly we are going to in project section also. Then we have always, when using map, we use key always, right? In this we want to show the text and how the text will look. Background will be white, text blue, rounded, full, and all these things, right? And here we have a create one more div, and in this div we have a two divs, like flex and how the hover and the like button, right? So we have created a div. In this div we have a anchor tag, and here live demo. So we have used anchor tag. Why not you use link tag? So when to use link tag, link tag is used to like go to the specific, like we have, when you click on view work, so it will go to the project section. You can see that the project path, but we want to not go to the any path in our page. We want to show the link, the working link, the demo of our project. So that's why I use anchor tag here. So for routing purpose you can use the link, right? And here we have a this anchor tag. In this we have passed the project github url, project.github url. So what is the github url? This github url that we have mentioned. So all this data coming from the map function, and this target hyphen underscore blank means it will open in a new tab, and all this style class name and all how it will look. So click on live demo, it will go to the live demo, right? It will open in a new tab. Now we have a contact section. This is the last page of our project. So first of all we have a two section, in the left section and the right section. First of all we have a get in touch heading in the top. Then in the left section below we have a this beautiful div. This div we have shown you na in this about section, right? Div heading and all these things. So similarly this div is also same. We have a heading, then we have a icon. In this icon we have a, you can write your email icon. Then we have a location, where your location is in the left section. In the right section we have a name, email input, message input, and send message. When you send message it will receive to your email. So how to get all email? Get our email functionality, we are going to use email.js. This is the very unique and very easy way to integrate your email functionality in your application. So here we have a sign in button. You can go sign in or sign up, and after sign up you will go to this dashboard. In this dashboard we will see a email service in the sidebar. When you click on this, it will show a button, right? I've created already email service Gmail. We want to receive our message on our Gmail, so select new service, click on Gmail, Fastmail and cloud. It will support many things, so I'm going to Gmail. So connect account, when you click a connect account, it will show your all the email IDs, so which on which email ID you want to receive your message. So like I have a specific email ID, and that email ID we are going to use for the receiving all the messages from my portfolio project. So connect account, once you connected your account, then create service, click on create service. Then when you create service, we have a this id also. You can, this is a service id. This service id we are going to use in a project. In context section we have a service id, so we have a service id here. This is the service id. Send form service id. So here we have to first write the service id, then we have a another thing like templates. So email templates, click on email templates, create a new template. I have created already template, and we have a template id also. So create a template. You can see the all the template in the setting. We will here, you can click setting, we will find the template id. You can copy and use the template, and this how you will receive your template email in your Gmail, right? So and you can modify this template also, so I'm not going to modify. And then here is a account. You can see that in the side way account, when you click on account, you will see a API key. API key is the public key, right? So this public key, so three things we need, right? This email service, this what service you want to use, and which on which email you want to receive your messages, then email template, and we have a template id also, and here is the service id, and the third thing is the API key. So click on account. When you click on account sidebar, so it will show your API key, the public key, right? So I'm not going to show you my API key, right? So you can create your own API key. So in the context section we have imported these icons, right? The phone event. So I'm not going to use phone icon, so just location icon, mail icon, we have imported this from the Lucid React. Then you can go and search from the Lucid React and import it. So you are going to use useref and useState. What is the use of useref? So use effect, take the current element and access that DOM and modify the DOM. So we want to access this email form, right? And we have to perform this task on this email. So we are going to use ref and use state to maintain the local state variable. And here email.js from the browser must import this email.js, right? So we are going to use this email.js, right? So must import this. And then in the context section we have created this use state. Initially it will be false, we are not going to set any message. So when you click on this submit button, send button that I have shown in the, if you want to show the demo, if you want to see the demo, you can go and watch part 1. So when you click on this button, it want to show some message like message has been sent. So initially it will be false. When it will be true, when the message will be true, then when then when we can send our message to the any user. Like here we have created leaks reference form. So we want to access this form reference, and then we have a using useref. So useref we have a type HTML form element. This is the type of the TypeScript we are going to use for this useref. So form element we are going to use. So initially it will be null, right? And how to handle submission of email, we have created a function send email. In this arrow function we have a event of the type react.form event HTML form event. So this is the type script, right? So this is the type of the event e.prevent default. So prevent, it is the prevent the default behavior of your form. So this is the form.current. So to access the current form like element, So we are going to use it. So form dot current. So what, after accessing this form, what we want to say, so email js dot send form, so it will send the email to your account with this service id, template id, and the form current we have a public key. This is the api key, public key is the api key we want to paste. So to this we want to send a message. If the message has been said, it will return a promise, so dot then promise. And in this we have an arrow function. In this we are message sent true means it has been checked the console log success, and if any error it will show the error message and the message sent false. So in the JSX we have a d for the minimum height screen, right? This height screen of this section. Then we have a heading get in touch. You can see that the heading in get in touch. Then after that we have a in heading we want to show the a box, and in this the left box we have a contact information heading, the email, and the your location. So here we have a div. In this div, and we want to show the animation, and so the add animation attribute here, and fade right, so we want to show the fade right. And then we have a h3 tag. So h3 tag we have a this contact information. Then we have a two divs in the mail icon, and the span we want to show the mail. So we are going to use inline element. So span is an element, so it will show in a one row. And this is the mail icon. So how it will look, text blue, height, width. So you can see that the email icon. So it's the simple sheets that you can use. Similarly, just copy paste for the and just change the data like icon and the text location. Then here is the main thing, the form. So in this form we have an input box for the name, email, and message, and you have a button also, right? So in the form we are going to use a reference to this form. So a ref, so when you are using use ref, so the you know, right, we use ref attribute. In this we pass the form. So here it is the form. This is the form, right? This is a form we have created. We want to access this form, and we have to manipulate the DOM. So here we want to use on submit. When we submit this form, send email. So this send email, this is the function we created. This function will run. So when we click on send email, when we submit this form, so with the name we have a label name, so it is the name label on the top, and we have a input, so input id, we have a form name, and this. And one more thing, this name should be form slash name. So I will show you one more thing. So let's go to email js, and when we are sending, right, template email, right, see the form name, you can see the form underscore name, right? And here is the message, this message, right? So this is the important thing. And two name, the two underscore name in the two curly braces, this is the important thing. So we have to use the same thing here, the form name equal to form name, right? And down below here we also we have a label, and this also email id. So name is email scroll id. So here when you creating this, we will find this in the this template email slash id, sorry, email underscore id. So these are the simple thing, so must write, this is important. So from name, email id, so this is the email id, so email underscore id, right? You have a two name, from name, and you can edit the content also, like using design code editor, html code editor. So you can edit this template also. So similarly we have to write for the this text area. So text area we have name, message, right? This is the message we want to show. If the message has been sent, then it will show a your message has sent successfully div. So we have written a javascript in the curly braces. This is the message sent variable, local state variable that is defined above in the using use state. And we have a button, a must write type submit, then it will submit your message, right? So these are the context section. So this is the important section this how to send the email and how to access the DOM using useref and how to submit, and must write this name from name slash name. So this is the important thing while in creating this email underscore id. Then here we have a name message. So these are the important thing. So like name message, right? This is the name message, so must write, otherwise the message will not be sent. So I will upload the source code of this project on the GitHub. You can go and check it out and read it and play with this code. So if you have any doubt, just comment below. So this how we have completed our front-end developer project using React TypeScript. So hope you guys like our video, subscribe the channel, and don't forget to share with your friends. So thanks for watching. We'll meet in next video with a new amazing project. Thank you.